Do you want to learn how to turn your money into more money? Do you want to achieve financial freedom and live off your passive income? If you answered is yes, then you are in the right place. In this video, I will show you how to grow your wealth wisely and live off your investments. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I want to tell you this story. A man sold his car and bought a gold watch. He then hid it in a secret compartment in his desk. Every morning, the owner of the watch would open the compartment and admire his precious timepiece. He felt like the richest person in the world when he saw his watch shine. However, one of his colleagues noticed his daily ritual and decided to spy on him. His colleague soon discovered the location of the hidden treasure and went to steal it. To his delight, he found a gold watch inside and quickly grabbed it. When the owner of the watch returned to see his timepiece as usual, he was horrified to find an empty compartment in its place. Filled with anger, guilt, and despair, he started shouting uncontrollably. Another colleague, hearing his yelling and understanding the reason for his distress, offered him consolation by saying, "There is always a bright side in every situation in life. Don't give up. I suggest that you go and buy a fake watch, put it in the compartment, and pretend that the gold is still there. It will serve the same purpose, since when the gold was in the compartment, it was as if you didn't have it, since you never wore it or showed it to anyone." This story teaches us a valuable lesson about money. Money is not a goal, it's a tool. We need to use money wisely and not let it control us. Money can do three things for us: save, spend, and invest. But saving money without enjoying it or sharing it with others can backfire. We might lose it or someone might take it from us. We need to find a balance between saving and spending so that we don't waste our money. In other words, saving money without a reason is pointless. Today, I'm going to share with you 18 of the best investment tips that will help you manage your money and live off your income. These tips are easy to follow, even if you don't have much financial education. So hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. The first tip to grow your wealth and live off your investments is start with your job. Have you ever dreamed of quitting your job and living off your investments? Of having enough money to do whatever you want, whenever you want? Of being financially free and happy? If so, you're not alone. Many people share this dream, but few achieve it. Why? Because they don't have a solid foundation of income and savings. They don't have a plan to grow their wealth and live off their investments. And they don't have a job that they love and that pays them well. Your job is the first and most important step to achieving financial freedom. It is your main source of income and your biggest asset. It is what allows you to earn money, save money, and invest money. Without a job, you will struggle to grow your wealth and live off your investments. That's why you need to make the most of your job and use it as a tool to reach your financial goals. Don't fall for the get-rich-quick schemes or the lottery fantasies. Don't waste your time and money on risky or unrealistic investments. Don't chase the next big thing or the one-in-a-million opportunity. Instead, focus on building a solid foundation of wealth step by step. That's the real secret to financial freedom. Financial freedom is not something that happens overnight. It's something that happens over time. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It's not a lucky break, it's a deliberate choice. You have to understand that financial freedom is a long-term goal that requires patience and persistence. You have to realize that there is no perfect investment that will make you rich instantly. You might stumble upon such a chance once in a while, but don't count on it. Don't let it distract you from your plan. Don't let it make you feel regretful or disappointed. We live in a world where we want everything now, where we are constantly connected online, or FOMO, fear of missing out. But building a legacy that allows you to achieve financial freedom takes time. On the other hand, your job is more than just a way to pay the bills. It's also a key factor in achieving financial freedom throughout your life. And by job, we don't mean only working for someone else. You could also be self-employed or run your own business. Whatever your job is, we're curious to know how you do it and what you love about it. Tell us your story in the comments below. With that said, the most crucial and difficult part of building wealth is knowing what you want in the future. This means that you need to take some time to write down your vision for your life in a few years, 10 years, and 20 years. Then work towards it and make sure that each step brings you closer to achieving your vision. As Steve Jobs once said, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. The next tip on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments is to save a large portion of your income in order to increase your financial freedom. Imagine living a life where you don't have to worry about money. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, without depending on a job or a boss. You can travel the world, pursue your hobbies, or spend more time with your loved ones. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. You can achieve this kind of financial independence by learning how to grow your wealth and live off your investments. The question would be, how to do it? The key is to save a large chunk of your income every month and invest it wisely in assets that produce passive income. Passive income is money that you earn without working for it, such as dividends, interest, rent, or royalties. By building a portfolio of passive income sources, you can cover your living expenses and retire early or follow your dreams. But saving and investing is not easy. It requires discipline, patience, and knowledge. You have to cut down on your spending, boost your earning potential, and automate your savings. You also have to choose the right investments that suit your risk tolerance and time horizon. One of the best investments you can make is dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are shares of companies that share their profits with their shareholders every quarter. This means that you get paid just for owning the stock, without having to sell it or do anything else. You can also reinvest your dividends to buy more shares and compound your income over time. Dividend stocks are usually safer and more stable than other stocks because they come from well-established and profitable companies. By investing in dividend stocks, you can create a growing stream of passive income that will help you reach financial freedom faster. Now, what do you think would happen if you increased your investment amount or invested for a longer period of time? Please share your ideas in the comments section. Moving on to the next tip on how to grow your wealth, it is essential to know the difference between investing and speculating. Do you want to achieve financial freedom? Then you need to know the difference between investing and speculating. Investing means putting your money into something that gives you regular income and long-term benefits. For example, you can buy a building and rent it out, or you can buy shares and get dividends. Speculating means betting on something that can give you quick profits. For example, you can buy a share that goes up after the news and sell it for a big profit. Or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. The time frame is also important. Investing is for the long run, such as years, decades, or even a lifetime. A common example of investing is to put money into an index fund for your retirement. Speculating is for the short run, such as minutes, days, or months. The risk level is another key factor. Investing is usually low to moderate risk, but remember that lower risks often mean smaller returns. For example, a bond that pays 4% interest for 10 years. Speculating is high risk and high reward. A typical example of speculation is to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Speculation is not always bad, as long as you know the potential dangers. Don't listen to those who say otherwise. They don't know much about finance and investing. But be careful. It is much riskier than more conservative options. If you rely on speculation to achieve your financial freedom, you might end up unhappy. My advice is to balance your portfolio with both investing and speculating. Invest most of your money in safe and steady assets that will grow over time. Speculate only with a small portion of your money that you can afford to lose. This way, you can enjoy the best of both worlds and achieve your financial freedom faster and easier. Now, if you want more information on how dividends work, there is a link to a video in the description where I go into greater depth on this subject. Let's move on to the next topic, how to grow your wealth and live off your investments, the risks of speculation. Let me ask you a question. Do you like to gamble with your money? If so, make sure you only use money that you can afford to lose. This means that you should only risk a very small part of your portfolio on high-risk trades, so that you don't lose sleep over them. It is wise to invest the rest of your money in building a portfolio of assets that will secure your financial freedom. A good rule of thumb is to use less money for speculation and more for investing. A famous person who learned this lesson the hard way is billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk. In 2020, Musk jumped into the cryptocurrency sector, buying a lot of Bitcoin and Dogecoin. But when the crypto market crashed in 2021, many digital currencies lost their value, causing Musk to lose billions of dollars. You probably know that Musk, the Iron Man of Silicon Valley, is famous for his visionary, innovative approach. But his venture into the crypto sector was a mistake that cost him and his companies, Tesla and SpaceX, a lot of money. In fact, Tesla's net worth dropped by more than $14 billion in 2021 because of the fall in crypto prices. This story shows us that even successful entrepreneurs lose money because of speculation. Therefore, it is important to heed the words of Warren Buffett, one of the most famous and successful investors in history. He once said, "Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. Next comes the importance of not overlooking how quickly your funds can be depleted when learning how to grow your wealth and live off your investments. You need to invest smartly to prevent running out of money. Don't waste your money thinking that your investment system, job, or company will last forever. It is recommended to protect your money and invest it in smart ways in order to ensure a secure future. Remember that businesses and investments go through stages and economic cycles. Everything has an expiry date. In the 2000s, many businesses made huge profits by selling digital cameras and camcorders. However, today it is almost impossible to make a living selling or distributing these devices, as these technologies have been replaced by more advanced ones. When you think that your business is a sure success, remember the failure of the big brand Kodak as an example. This should serve as a reminder to never overestimate the importance of careful planning and strategy. Have you heard of Kodak? It was once the king of the photography world, but it lost its crown when it failed to adapt to the digital age. It went bankrupt in 2012 and never recovered. Today, it's a shadow of its former glory. This shows that nothing lasts forever and everything can change in an instant. We have to accept that life is full of surprises and we can't predict everything. Even if you have a stable job, your financial situation can change quickly. Imagine you're a 30-year-old person with a decent salary and a comfortable lifestyle. You save some money every month and plan for your future. But what if things change after a few years? What if you lose your job and have to start from scratch? Maybe you have to take a lower-paying job, or you have to move to another city. This is your opportunity to make the most of your savings and not lose your money. My advice is that if you have some money saved up, don't use it all at once. Instead of spending your emergency fund, use it wisely by investing it smartly. The income that comes from this initial investment should help you pay your bills. Also, if you want to get the best results, take advantage of the compound interest that grows from the initial investment. This process takes time, but it pays off. The idea is to invest money when the economy is bad, so you have a strong base for the future. Compound interest can make your money multiply fast and easy, creating a snowball effect that helps you build wealth over time. Does that make sense? The next tip on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments is, you may be familiar with the common saying, nobody can see the future. You have to accept that the future is uncertain. No one can tell what will happen next, not even the experts. No matter how smart or experienced you are, you can't always get it right. So don't forget this idea. The market is the ultimate judge. The market is always right. Let me share this story to illustrate this topic. Alice was a confident investor who had done a lot of research and analysis. She believed that she knew the best stocks to buy and sell. She ignored the advice of other investors and analysts who had different opinions. She thought she could predict the future of the market. She was wrong. The market crashed, and she lost a lot of money. She realized that she had been too arrogant and overconfident. She learned that the market is always right and that she had to be humble and flexible. She decided to diversify her portfolio and follow the market trends instead of trying to guess them. What do you think of Alice's story? Do you agree that the market is always right and that we should be humble and flexible? Or do you think that there is still room for intuition and creativity in investing? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. The next point on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments is the importance of making one's own decisions. Don't believe everything you hear on TV, social media, or your relatives about money. They may have ulterior motives or just be clueless. You need to think for yourself and figure out what makes sense for your financial goals. You don't want to end up broke or unhappy, do you? The best way to avoid that is to learn more about finance and get some tips from the pros. There are tons of books, podcasts, and blogs out there to help you become a money master and have some fun along the way. Additionally, when you expand your financial knowledge, you can benefit in many ways. You can understand the market better and spot opportunities and risks. You can choose the best investments for your situation and goals. You can avoid scams and bad advice. You can also plan for your future and achieve financial freedom. Let me share this story as an example of how making one's own decisions can lead to financial freedom. Terry Ijeoma is a former assistant professor who became a successful trader and online educator. She started trading stocks as a side hustle in 2010 while working as an education director at a nonprofit organization. She wanted to make extra money to pay off her student loans and travel the world. She learned how to trade by taking courses, reading books, and watching videos. She also developed her own trading strategy that suited her goals and risk tolerance. She decided to quit her job in 2017 after making $300,000 in 1 year from trading. She then launched her own online course, Trade and Travel, which teaches people how to trade stocks and make money from anywhere in the world. She has sold over $30 million worth of courses and has helped thousands of students achieve financial freedom. Ijeoma is now worth over $10 million and is one of the most influential Black women in finance. The moral of the story of Terry Ijeoma is that you can achieve your dreams by pursuing your passion and learning new skills. She shows that you don't have to settle for a job that doesn't fulfill you or limit your potential. She also shows that you can use your knowledge and experience to help others and create a positive impact in the world. This inspires us to take action and follow our own path to wealth and happiness. What do you think of Terry Ijeoma's story? Do you admire her courage and success? Or do you think she took too many risks and got lucky? How do you plan to achieve your own financial freedom? Tell us your opinion and your strategy in the comments below. Moving on to the next tip on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments is: your wealth depends on your own actions, not on others. There's one thing you should always remember: you are the best person to take care of your money. Don't let a manager, an advisor, or a representative do it for you. Don't give them all your hard-earned cash. It's much better to learn how to handle your money yourself and delegate some tasks to different people, but always keep a close watch on what's happening. Why am I saying this? Well, let me tell you. When you run a business, you need to know what's going on with the money, even if you have someone else doing the math. Being on top of things can help you spot and fix any errors and make sure everything is okay. You should never trust anyone blindly, because that could end up badly for you and your future. And if they screw up, you might be the one who pays the price, like a tax mess that ruins your income. The next tip I have for you when it comes to growing your wealth and optimizing your investments is: you are the only one who can create your wealth, and no investment strategy will magically turn you into a millionaire. So, don't get tempted by the allure of a popular course on how to earn a fortune on YouTube or a digital currency that promises to skyrocket in value. You have probably heard the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. As an investor, you need to develop the skill of discerning between reliable and profitable opportunities and passing trends that will soon fade away. This will help you avoid a lot of frustration and regret on your path to financial freedom. So, don't put your faith in magic solutions that claim to make you rich overnight. The next tip on how to grow your wealth is to keep your money safe and make it last for generations. One of the goals of growing your wealth is to ensure that it is passed on to future generations. Therefore, you should always be careful with any investment. It has happened many times. When people fall victim to fraud or a market crash, they lose faith in investing. And without investing, you can't reach financial freedom. For example, do you recall the dot-com bubble in the early 2000s? Many internet companies were overvalued and hyped up by the media. They attracted a lot of investors who hoped to make a fortune. One of these companies was Pets.com. It sold pet supplies online and had a famous sock puppet mascot. It went public in 2000 and raised millions of dollars. But it also spent millions on advertising and shipping costs. It couldn't make enough profit to survive. When its value plummeted, investors couldn't recover their money because the company went bankrupt in less than a year. It was like throwing money into a black hole with no return. The outcome was thousands of investors broke and billions of dollars lost for the whole market. It was a huge shock and a total failure. Another example is the wine fraud, Rudy Kurniawan. Many investors bought rare wines without knowing anything about wine collecting. It was a foolish thing, and it turned out that the wines were fake. It was a counterfeit scheme, and many people lost millions of dollars. To this day, they haven't got their money back. This shows how important it is to protect your money and make it last for a long time if you want to grow your wealth. It gives two examples of how people lost their money by investing in things they didn't understand or verify. I can imagine how devastating it must have been for them to see their hard-earned money disappear in a blink of an eye. And you are probably asking yourself, how can we avoid such pitfalls and make smart investment decisions? What are some reliable sources of information and advice that I can trust? The answer to that question is, you should learn more about the industry, the asset, or the business that you want to invest in. Additionally, it is wise to seek financial advice from a professional. Now, I have a few questions for you. What do you think of these stories of investment disasters? Have you ever experienced something similar or know someone who has? How do you keep your money safe and make it last for generations? Share your tips and insights with us in the comments section. The next tip of how to grow your wealth and live off your investments teaches us how to use debt wisely. Do you want to use debt to your advantage or to your detriment? This topic will show you how to make smart decisions about debt and avoid getting into trouble. These are vital skills for achieving financial freedom. Let me explain with a simple example. Suppose you have $50,000 and you want to start a business. You take out a $40,000 loan from the bank and use it to set up your business. This is good debt and manageable debt. You have used debt to build an asset that makes money for you. Now suppose you have only $5,000 and you take out a $40,000 loan to buy a car. This is bad debt and excessive debt. You have used debt to buy something that loses value over time and does not make money for you. Any issue with your income or expenses or interest rates could land you in hot water. This is an extreme example, but it illustrates the point. In the first example, we can see how wise debt usage is when one plans ahead, considers interest rates, and evaluates the potential outcomes of their investment. However, in the second example, we see how one can use debt foolishly when they act on impulse, ignore the risks, and disregard the consequences. Also, good debt is the one that helps you increase your wealth by investing in assets. Bad debt is the one that lowers your wealth by spending on liabilities. For example, using your credit card to buy clothes is bad debt. When you put on those clothes, you have nothing to benefit from them except a load of debt that can hurt you financially. Therefore, using debt prudently can speed up your journey to financial freedom. But using debt imprudently can ruin your finances and keep you stuck. Debt is a powerful tool that you need to handle with care. My advice to you is this: before you take on any debt, ask yourself these questions. Is this debt good or bad? Is this debt manageable or excessive? Is this debt helping me achieve my goals or holding me back? If you answer these questions honestly, you will be able to use debt effectively and avoid unnecessary problems. Now, if you want me to create a video on how to use debt to build wealth, comment the word debt so I know. The next tip I have for you on how to grow your wealth is to diversify your investments. Imagine you have a basket full of eggs. You want to sell them at the market and make some money. But on your way there, you trip and fall. All your eggs break and you lose everything. Now you have no money and no eggs. This is what can happen if you put all your money in one place. You are exposing yourself to a lot of risk if you rely on one type of investment for your financial freedom. Different investments have different levels of risk and return. Sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. No one can predict the future with certainty. That's why it's wise to spread your money in different types of investments. You can diversify by choosing different products, industries, or currencies. This way, you can reduce your risk and increase your chances of making money in the long term. Do you agree that diversification is a smart strategy for investing? How do you diversify your portfolio, and what types of investments do you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. Moving on to the next tip on how to grow your wealth, don't spend more than you need. In the age of consumerism, your happiness is defined by the amount of stuff you buy, so it's not surprising that we like to splurge on things we don't really need. But in the end, it's important that you don't spend more than you need, because if you do, you'll end up living beyond your means and accumulating debt. Believe me, I know this from experience. Spending money will make you feel good at the moment, but it's not worth the stress and anxiety you'll have to face later. Now, it's not just about saving money. If you live a simple and minimalist lifestyle, you're sending the message that you're content and grateful. While that can make you feel good and peaceful, it won't make you popular. In fact, it will probably do the opposite, since people will be puzzled and curious about your choices. So, what is the alternative? Maintain balance and enjoy what you have without wasting it. The next way to grow your wealth and live off your investments is to use tax benefits. One of the secrets of the rich is to use the tax system to their advantage. Taxes are not just a way for the government to collect money from you, they are also a way for you to reduce your expenses and increase your cash flow. By understanding the tax laws and applying them wisely, you can grow your wealth and live off your investments more easily. For example, you can deduct your interest payments on your mortgage or your business loans from your taxable income, which lowers your tax bill and frees up more money for investing. Or you can invest in assets that generate passive income, such as dividends or rental income, which are taxed at a lower rate than active income, such as wages or salaries. These are just some of the ways you can use tax benefits to boost your financial IQ and achieve financial freedom. However, most tax rules are based on the type of income and how the money is earned, which has a lot to do with whether the income is passive or active. Can you guess which type of income is taxed more? If you guessed active, you're right. Active income is usually taxed more than passive income. You want to know why? This is because active income is money that you earn by working for someone else or by running your own business, which requires your time and energy. On the other hand, passive income is money that you earn from your investments or assets without having to work for it, which requires an initial investment of money or resources. The IRS treats these types of income differently and applies different tax rates to them. For example, portfolio income, which is a type of passive income from investments such as dividends and capital gains, is currently taxed at lower rates than active income. Another example is rental income, which is also a type of passive income that allows you to deduct expenses such as depreciation, amortization, and maintenance from your taxable income. These are some of the ways that passive income can offer tax benefits over active income. Now let's move on to the next tip: how to grow your wealth. That is, creating a portfolio that can withstand times of turmoil is essential. Do you want to grow your wealth no matter what happens in the economy? Of course you do. That's why you need to create a portfolio that can withstand times of turmoil. You need to invest in things that are resilient and profitable in tough times. This way, you can protect your money and income from market crashes and crises. Let me share with you few ways to do this. One way is to diversify your portfolio and add some gold or silver. These are precious metals that have a high demand and a limited supply. They tend to keep their value or even go up when the market goes down. So if you have some stocks and bonds that might lose value or income when things go bad, you can balance them with some gold or silver. Another way is to buy dividend stocks. These are shares of companies that pay regular dividends to their shareholders, even when the economy is bad. For example, some companies have been increasing their dividends every year for decades, regardless of how the market performs. Some examples of these dividend aristocrats are Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson, among others. Of course, they are not risk-free stocks, but they usually provide a steady income, and sometimes even grow their dividends when the economy goes down. A third way is to invest in a structured settlement annuity, which is usually purchased in the form of an annuity policy. This has the benefits of low expenses and tax savings, but also comes with some risk that you might not be able to withdraw your principal when you want to. And finally, a smart investor always saves some cash for a rainy day. When a crisis hits, the market goes down and many stocks become cheaper. That's when you can use your cash to buy them at a low price. And when the market recovers, you will have a portfolio full of valuable assets that you got for a bargain. This is how you can turn a crisis into an opportunity, because the best time to find great deals is when everyone else is scared and uncertain. Another piece of advice on how to grow your wealth is to act with caution, or in other words, have an investment plan. What if I told you that you can achieve financial freedom by following some simple steps? That's right. You can reach your money goals faster and easier with an investment plan. An investment plan is a roadmap that shows you how to invest smartly and efficiently. It helps you avoid common pitfalls, track your progress, and make your dreams come true. Let me explain how. Investing without a plan can lead to costly mistakes. As investing can be complex and tricky, it is important to have the right information and skills in order to make the most profitable decisions. Having an investment plan can help you avoid such errors. Not having enough information or expertise can lead to losses and unmissable opportunities. Having a properly constructed investment plan is like having a mentor that guides you. It shows you the best ways to invest with security and accuracy. Additionally, an investment plan can help to track your progress. For instance, if you want to achieve financial independence and live a secure life in retirement, it is critical to have an idea of the amount required and the length of time you need in order to build your desired savings. To achieve an annual income of $80,000 from investments, you'll need to have at least $1 million. This is assuming the investments earn 8% interest per year. So the key question is, how much can you save each month? And more importantly, how can you increase your savings rate or your return rate? If you can't save enough or earn enough, it's time to adjust your goals, or at least for the short term. Lastly, having an investment plan can help you to make your dreams come true. It gives you the opportunity to plan how you want to utilize your money for specific goals, like buying a house, starting a business, traveling the world, or retiring early. By doing this, it can help you form a clear vision of what you want to achieve with your money. Apart from promoting a disciplined approach, setting achievable goals, increasing financial literacy, and providing motivation, an investment plan offers many other advantages. It's important to remember that investing is only part of the bigger picture and shouldn't dominate your entire life. When it comes to your finances, striking a balance between saving and spending is key. Not only should you focus on making sensible investments, but you must also ensure that the money you do have is being used to make your life more enjoyable. Rather than thinking of money as a source of misery, look at it as a tool. It can provide freedom, joy, and chances that simply weren't available before. Celebrate your financial successes by rewarding yourself with some of your profits. Don't bear the burden of stress or unhappiness in life. Financial goals are important, but don't let them override the other aspects of life. We must remember that time is finite and treasured moments with loved ones should be cherished. There is no guarantee that those who are with us today will be here tomorrow, so it's important to make the most of our time. Before achieving your financial goals, use some of the money you've earned to reward yourself. The next tip on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments is connect with people who are financially successful. Imagine you want to learn how to play the guitar. Would you rather hang out with people who have never touched a guitar in their lives, or with people who can play amazing songs and teach you some tricks? The answer is obvious, right? The same logic applies to growing your wealth and living off your investments. You need to surround yourself with people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. They can inspire you, guide you, and motivate you to reach your financial goals. Of course, you can't just walk up to a millionaire and expect them to be your best friend. You need to build genuine relationships with people who share your interest in money matters. You never know when you might meet someone who can give you a valuable tip or a great opportunity. So don't shy away from networking with people who are good with money because they might help you become one of them. Are you ready for the next tip on how to grow your wealth and live off your investments? Here it is. Don't fall for the trap of pessimism. You know what I'm talking about, right? That voice in your head that tells you everything is going wrong, the world is falling apart, and there's no point in investing. Well, guess what? That voice is lying to you. Pessimism can make you miss out on great opportunities, make you sell your investments at the wrong time, and make you feel miserable. Instead of listening to that voice, listen to this one. Optimism. Optimism can help you see the bright side of things, the potential for growth, and the joy of investing. Trust me, optimism will make you a better investor and a happier person. How do you practice optimism in your daily life, especially when it comes to investing? Let us know in the comments below. You have just learned 18 powerful tips that can help you grow your wealth and live off your investments. These tips cover everything from earning, saving, investing, diversifying, planning, and networking. They are based on sound financial principles and real-world experience. If you apply them consistently and diligently, you will be able to achieve financial freedom and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But remember, these tips are not magic bullets. They require discipline, patience, and perseverance. You have to be willing to work hard, learn new skills, and adapt to changing circumstances. You have to be the master of your own destiny and not rely on others or on luck. And most importantly, you have to enjoy the journey and not just the destination. Money is a tool, not a goal. Use it wisely and it will serve you well. My final advice is this. Don't wait for tomorrow to start your financial journey. Start today and make every day count. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. It is important to conduct thorough research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. The value of investments can fluctuate, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always assess your risk tolerance and investment goals before allocating your capital. Now, if you want to know how to protect your money, I recommend you watch this video next. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found this video informative and exciting. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wealth-building content. Until next time, happy investing, and may your financial journey be prosperous.